Hello and welcome to the Princess Creepypasta channel. I've been doing a series called The Maneater, which is a line of movies from 2007 to 2013, with 2 more films in 2015, which is a series of which it is called Maneater, other than the 3rd movie of this whole franchise, also called Maneater. Most of these movies have come out as sci-fi, which I love doing. So the first movie starting is with Grizzly Rage, which came out on June 7th, 2007 on Sci-Fi. I've been doing a kill count, rating, and mistakes and flaws of the whole movie. We start the movie looking at our characters, Sean, Rich, Ress, and Lauren, who just recently graduated from college. They all decide for every summer they've been doing a road trip, so they decided to go to this one place instead of going to the usual spot they always go to. While getting there, they had to break a chain to get into the place, which unlike has a big sign saying "No trespassing" at easy stupid teen students or young adults will be doing. While driving, Rich who's driving the car, decided to go a little bit faster and faster, turning every corner going to the place where they're trying to go. While doing that, they end up hitting something and end up crashing into a tree. While Rich tried to look at the Jeep, the rest started to go out to see what they hit. Laura realized that they hit something. While Ress and Sean look at it, Sean tries to take off his shirt, asking what he's doing, saying that he's gonna try burying the cub. They hit a grizzly cub, and while doing that, they hit the roar of the mama bear. While doing that, they'll quickly get back into the Jeep, trying to get it while it was stuck, able to get unstuck, and quickly drive off. Just as the mama bear barely got to the scene. While driving away for a few miles, I'm guessing, they finally had to get stopped because of the heater was overheating of the Jeep. So while doing that, they decided let's go look for water. While Sean and Lauren decided to stay at the Jeep, be a lookout, Ress and Rich decided to go look for water. While doing that, Rich found some water supply, which has a big red flag. Because of this red flag, it shows a bunch of barrels with toxic waste leaking out of it into the water supplies there. Which doesn't really explain anything to do with the movie. Let's add toxic waste. Let's see how that goes. Nothing to it. Probably a clue why the place was shut down, but that was it. While he was trying to get the water, knowing he's not going to use it for drinking, he's going to use it to try to cool off the radiator. While doing that, they hear the mama bear again, roaring. While doing that, they start running back while hiding. Rich and, of course, Ress both got hit. Well, because of that, Rich is technically killed as the rest will find him. The other 2, Lauren and Sean, decided to grab Ress and started to book it out of there. Lauren quickly closed the engine and hopped in the car while Ress is in the back and Sean's in the front driving. Ress finally woken up from getting his injuries while they were driving near a cliff. Ress wanted to go back to go Rich, but we already know Rich is now dead. Because of that, Ress is trying to get control of the car and end up going over the cliff. Not as much, but a good decent amount to do some damage. While doing that, everyone gets out. Lauren has a crushed skull. No, not crushed skull. A crack in her skull, which she's bleeding and also having a concussion. Ress and Sean both have several injuries as well. They decide to try to get the Jeep back up to the main road, and they try doing that. But of course, the idea of realizing the car battery cables are not hooked up, so they had to fix that. And when they have finally got the car up to the road, the car's not starting because the engine's now dead. Now stuck there in the middle of nowhere, and no one knows where they're at, and hardly any phone services there. They decided that since Sean is the fastest, But not really. Russ has finally told him that I'm the fastest, let me go. They had him go quickly out and to go get it. And they went out. Running for about 15 kilometers. Which I'm trying to figure out where this movie had taken place at, because it doesn't say anything about that. But on the map that they show when they were driving, it looks like in Wyoming, so I'm very confused by that. So while he was running, he found a cabin. While looking in the cabin, he sees a bear trap. While he's looking at another building, the bear is now there. While trying to hide from the bear, he thought he was clear. Turned, there's the bear. Bear quickly hits him, tossing him to a chicken coop. Hours later, he's now back with the rest of the group, with his leg slightly broken and bleeding severely. They have decided to tie off the leg, knowing that it's going to be hurting in pain. Both Lauren and now Russ has to try to help Sam, trying to keep him sane. While doing that, he ended up going into consciousness, so he's still alive but not responsive at the moment. Russ has decided to go to a cliff that's away from them to see if he could get phone service there. Well, sir, there's still no phone service, but barely escapes from the bear. While going back, they decide to put Sean back into the car and goes from there. The bear quickly comes back, get on top of the car, crushing it, and flattening out the tires. And it goes away. While they're having Sean out, Sean wakes up telling them about the cabin. And then dies. Right there then. They have decided to use the car and ask momentum and trying to get it down because where Sean has said the cabin is downhill. So they started doing that all in the middle of the night while there's a thunderstorm going. They were able to get it done and they're able to stop where they have to go and they're stuck there. The bear comes back and starts attacking them. But since Sean's now dead and is put in the trunk in the back of the car, the bear have ripped off the tailgate of the Jeep and have taken Sean's body. Now that's only left is Russ and Lauren. They have decided to try to seek out help. Well, try to kill the bear mostly. They have decided to... Russ has decided to use the rest of the gasoline they have to put it on top of the Jeep and everything, but Laura is there in the car. Russ was able to get the bear, and the bear is trying to go into the back where the tailgate was and John's body was. Laura is there trying to get attention of the bear and to get more into the car, and she's able to escape out of the Jeep and set the Jeep on fire. Realizing that, the bear is still alive. So they had to think of another backup plan. They have decided to head towards the cabin, splitting into two. While Laura trying to look for the bear trap, she finds it, but to find out that it's broken. While she continues looking through everything else, the bear crashes into the window, not fully and pushing, hitting her back onto the bear trap that was laying on the floor, impaling her. She was able to get up a bit, but knowing that her back is injured, she's able to figure out what to do, and then she looks at the other place, she gets an idea to trap the bear inside. While able to do that, Russ is trying to distract the bear while doing that. And of course, while doing that, he took off his clothes, put them on the floor, because now bloody mixed with his blood, Laura's blood, and Sean's blood. So he climbs to the top of the tree, cuts the entire iron that he was holding, ends up falling down. The bear was able to shake him off the tree. While he quickly runs, trying to find where Lauren's at, finds Laura. The bear easily went into the hut that she was in, or house. She was able to get him into it, locking the front door, and ceiling and able to put a quick wheel cart in front of it. Because of it, the bear was able to break out. Both Beth and Laura saw running. Unfortunately, Russ has fallen down, and Laura ran back to help him. No matter how many times he did plead for Laura to continue running, they both die right there at the end of the movie. This is one of the flaws I didn't know, which I didn't like. Well, in the beginning of the movie, while everyone was getting their stuff into the Jeep, you see an older gentleman looking at the kids, taking off his glasses, looking at them. Nothing to do with us in the movie. The other part is with the toxic waste barrels. It would have been better if they added more stuff to that. And of course, they did nothing with it. It's like a bunch of barrels there. And I mean, that's probably why the bear went mad, because that's his drinking supplies. That makes sense. Because mostly bears do not attack us humans unless it's for self-defense sometimes. Makes sense. Other than that is the place. Why did I not, instead of just running around and stuff, they could just stay there and waited for help to come. No, they decided to keep on going, trying to find ways to get help, instead of just staying there where they could be safe. Then of course, the next part is with the wheels. Well, Lauren was able to push the wheel cart in front of the door. When you see the bear breaks out, the wheel cart is very far away from the door. Not push away because of the bear. No, it's it was never moved in the first place. So that is the flaws and mistakes of this movie. The rating I give was a 3 out of 10. Because the storyline was okay. Blood not as much because you just see splatter looks like paint on the camera lens, and that was it. And all the characters were killed, so that's a 4 out of 4 characters. Other than that, it was an okay movie. I'll give it that. Not good, but it's a movie. Till next time, this is Princess Creepypasta. And next week, we'll be talking about the next movie, which is called Spider in Its Ribs. I think. Give me a moment. No. And The Spider's Web is the next movie we'll be watching next week. Well, I'll be watching and rating it. So, bye.